Looks a lot richer than it did yesterday.
Love you. Have fun. Have a good trip. Don't drink too much champagne on the first class ride. This is the steering system support bracket. It takes care of the vertical cables from the steering wheel down to the bottom below the floor. This old one right here, some substantial rust on it. And although it was probably going to be good for a couple of years, you know, we just wanted to redo the bracket also because we're going to replace all the cables at this time. This new one is stainless steel, like the original one should have been fabricated from. This is what happens when you just fabricate something out of iron and then bury it in the hull of a boat. It was a dreadful thing taking this old one out. 2.5 days for one guy to rip that out of the bottom of the boat because this entire plate was buried in fiberglass to hold it down, because this will have a significant amount of uplift on it during the steering operation.
Our grandmother and these two girls' great-grandmother has passed away, and we're going through some jewelry, most of which is costume jewelry. Some of it is real, we think.
I'm the island king.
I am the island king. I love it! These were grandmother's pearls here, and they go with all of Poppy's
Bling.
bling. He's truly Mr. T.
That's right. That's right. Oh, treasure chest.
This is really cool. Look at this.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's gorgeous. Like this. Oh, that's pretty. These are beautiful.
Oh, Grandma, thank you for leaving us all these beautiful, precious memories. We love you. Okay, this is us shopping at the grocery store. Let's go. And this is how we shop, because we're super cool aunties. Swinging wide. Beep, beep. You guys are so silly. We made it! Touchdown!
You can also play with only one controller.
Hello.
Oh, yeah!
Welcome, buddy. I love you.
Cards from
Our boat is still on the hard here in La Paz, Mexico, and it is hot as blazes. I'll tell you what, I'll never forget this summer. It's fantastically hot, humid. You just drink gallons of water, sweat it all out all day long, soak your clothes, go through laundry like crazy. Anyway, so I've been working on this hatch over the master bed. It's like 24 inches square. I've removed the frame on both the top and the bottom. It is varies between 3 inches thick here and 3 1/8 inches in other places, but I think that's pretty good for a 40-year-old boat. What I'm going to do is wrap that with foam, and so it'll be sort of a rounded, really kind of tuck and roll affair. And I got some foam from our upholsterer. I think this 1 inch thick foam, 3 inches wide, stapled all the way around, and then wrapped it. I'm going to wrap it with upholstery that I found here on board. So I've got a bunch of this upholstery that almost matches the ceiling. This is what I hope to achieve. This is a smaller hatch in the master, and this is the way all the hatches are throughout the boat. It looks really nice.
We are here at Red Lobster for my mother's birthday. We're celebrating a little early since we won't be here for her birthday.
I'm fine. Everything. This is the way it hurts.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. That's perfect. Good job, Grandma. That's adorable.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's darling on you,
Love
Mom.
it. Thank you. Sorry about the big bag. Oh my God. Oh. Where am I going to wear this at, Jess?
Church. Mom, look at me. Happy birthday to you.
Gonna put the color coat on today. You're looking at a first color coat that they almost sanded completely off. I think by the end of today it'll be a whole new boat. It's gonna be really pretty. There's a little bit of a breeze. I bet it's 8 or 10 miles an hour, and so hopefully it dies down and they get a good job done. They moved a couple of boats from out of the vicinity so that they wouldn't get overspray, and it's gonna be pretty cool. Getting that hull painted will be a milestone, and we're going to be really happy. Jess comes back tomorrow from Oregon. She's going to have a nice little surprise here, I think. The latest news is that we have let go the fella that was doing the woodworking. He shows up here and there, and or not at all, and then as soon as he leaves, which is always, his people sit around there and have a coffee break all day long, smoking a cigarette or chewing the fat, whatever they do. We've surprised them several times, show up and see them 2-3 people just sitting in the cockpit chatting away. And we had a kind of a heated argument, lively at least, about whether or not you should sand between coats. There's 8 coats of varnish going on, and so he's trying to cut corners and convince me that that's okay. And I showed him the can of material. It even talked about sanding between coats with 220 grit sandpaper, and so even though I have overpaid the guy, I'll be happy that he's not on this job anymore.
You're helping me get my bags under 70 pounds.
Yeah, 70.
So this bag over here weighs 50 pounds, like exactly. And this one I'm going to pay extra because it's definitely going over 50 pounds to get all of this stuff home with me, which is very difficult to get while I'm abroad.
Today they painted the boat for the second color coat after 4 coats of primer. And I just learned that they're going to sand this all down one more time and paint it again. You know, we're going to miss his promised finish date once again, which getting kind of used to, which is sad. Shoot, we're going to run out of a place to live here in town because it's taking so doggone long. Looks pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn good. We got 4 guys working on it every day. Did a heck of a wrap job on this boat. Can't even get inside. I was gonna do some sanding, maybe some varnishing today. I don't know if they want me to get in there and tear this all up to get inside or not. We just learned 2 days ago that we're gonna finish the rest of the wood, but his guys, you know, failed him and he failed me, and I'm supposed to be bringing back some of my things like my pedestal and my kitchen table. Some painting supplies that I believe we paid for so that Jess and I can finish varnishing. Rug rail, toe rail, pedestal for the dining table, and some other miscellaneous stuff. So we got a lot of work to do. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but we're not going to be on the water anytime soon. Well, it's Friday, the 29th.
And I am back today. It's the 29th. I'm back today from
Hey, look at here. She's all fresh and looking like a gringo.
my amazing time in Oregon. I miss my family dearly. It was incredible.
She doesn't look like she lives in Mexico anymore.
But it does feel good to be back. I do miss my family, and I do not miss the disaster that is the boat, which is way too much work and too much stress, and I'm ready for it to be fun again. Was it ever fun? Have we had fun yet? I guess the sea trial was fun.
Not this boat, but it has potential.
Okay, it has potential to be a lot of fun. Anyway, it's Friday night, and we all know what that means. It's time to bring beer to the workers on our...
I'm shorting them. I only bought a case of beer. Last time I brought a case and a half.
I think they'll be okay. I just got back yesterday afternoon from a wonderful trip to see my family. We got a little bit of work done on the boat, and now we're gonna go take a little dinghy ride with the babies. I'm very looking forward to it.
So we're gonna go across the channel to the island, let the dogs run a little bit. Worked on this boat another couple hours the day before yesterday, and I drained all the gas out of it. There's more gas in the gas tank. Drained that out, flushed the carburetors, cleaned out the water fuel separator filter, and this thing had better start running, man. Woo.
Coming back. Mommy's coming, baby.
Maxie boy.
First time we put them in the water, they were swimming in circles like they didn't know what to do, and now they're heading to shore.
We're trying to match the existing floor, which looks like a mirror. It is flat as a pancake. Look at what we have here. Is super grainy. I think this is probably 3 coats, possibly 4, but I think 3 coats of varnish with very little sanding.
Even though he told me that you have to sand between coats, but then he changed his mind later when it was crunch time.
So now I'm trying to sand it down. And I've been on this thing in this one little patch using 320. And man, it just, with this sanding block, you can just so tell that he is just completely, you know, wrong in his methods. So,
How you doing, babe?
living the dream.
And you saw me, babe.
Don't, you're just getting into it. You're just figuring it out.
So fun, dancing to the music. How, in all seriousness, how hot is it in here right now?
Only about 90.
Are you serious? That's it? Feels about 120. I'm not lying.
Nope.
I'm sticking to myself. It's hot, it's sweaty, it's sticky, but we're still driving.
Yeah, but you look hot.
Yeah, because I am hot.
Bragger.
We got our porthole frames painted too. It really is going to be a beautiful boat. Very, very beautiful. Right now it's in the unattractive stage as they've been wet sanding. We're moving stuff onto the boat though because we're getting closer and closer. Hopefully we're just weeks away. I've been saying that for a while though, so who knows. I got these suitcases at the Goodwill in Medford for $23 together total so that I could bring back a whole bunch of stuff. Amazon orders and food that is hard to find here in Mexico, like peanut butter without sugar in it.